Hello again. This time, making another piece of scatter terrain for a post-apocalyptic environment. Namely, a part of a ship that's crashed down and burnt up. So starting off with a thin piece of EVA foam, and slicing it into a rectangular shape. I'm using EVA foam because it takes detail quite well if you push into it with a tool. So adding some panel lines and some detail using a straight ruler and the edge of a sculpting tool. Starting out by dividing it into large squares, then adding diagonal details onto the edge of them. Once happy with the panels, I took a toothpick, blunted the end of it, and then used it to push rivets into the edge of the panels. To seal the EVA foam, I used a layer of black gesso. With the detailing done, I then sliced it in two and roughed up the edges with a pair of scissors so it'd be more jagged. I made sure to keep the offcuts so I could use them as debris later. Taking some plastic girders and strips of plasticard, I then used Mod Podge and glued them onto the back. This bit won't be particularly visible, which is why I was so messy with the glue. Once dry, this then got another coat of black gesso. Taking another piece of EVA, I made some more panels, which would be on the outside of the ship. Applying some more Mod Podge, I bent the interior part forward and then glued the panels on the outside, so it would keep that curved shape. Then I used some elastic bands to secure this around a bottle, so it would be curved when it was fully dry. For the deck on the inside of the hull, I took some squares of EVA foam, as well as some chunks of under-4 insulation board, then glued the squares on top. When dry, I then took a knife and trimmed the underfloor. Where the squares extended over the edge, I then bent them and scuffed them up a bit. Now that the hull sections were stable, I took the floorboard and glued them onto the side using hot glue. I also took care that they both roughly lined up. For some rocks on the base, I took a chunk of styrofoam, tore it apart with my fingers so it'd have a rough texture, and then used hot glue to attach it to a foam core base. Using the newly placed rock as a support, I used more hot glue to attach a section of the decking and the hull on top of it, then placed more styrofoam rocks and did the same on the other side with the other hull piece. Mixing up a batch of sculptor mould, I then went in and bulked up the base, filling any of the gaps underneath the hull, and blending the rocks into the base as well. Before the sculptor mould was fully dry, I went in with some more Mod Podge and attached in more sections of the foam that I had left over from earlier, as well as some bamboo skewers clipped into sections, and some wire to add some debris. Putting it all over the base, as well as on top of the deck. To blend this all together, I mixed up some basing paste and applied it all over the sculptor mould, as well as on the edges of the debris. I used my standard recipe for the basing paste of PVA, black gesso, fine sand and cork flock. I also applied it in the recesses on top of the deck, and the panelling, and anywhere where you get a build-up of dirt or rust. This time, before the basing paste had fully dried, I remembered to add the small aquarium rocks. There's about a 50-50 chance I remember to do this step. Once the rocks are secure, and the glue is dried, it's time for another layer of black gesso. Followed by a layer of burnt umber all over the base. For the interior and the debris, I went in with a silver paint and gave a rough coat all over. For the external panels, I went with a white as a base colour, as it would be getting a lot of grime and dirt laid over it later. Taking some yellow paint, I then added a few stripes and patterns onto the outside. For some rust and dirt buildup, I took some watered down brown paint and dabbed it around the edges of the panelling. To get some random rust spots, I then took a sponge and dabbed a few times over the panels. As well as dabbing a lot on the interior, where it was still a bit too clean. Then took a brush and gave a very light glaze over some of the back panels, using a piece of kitchen roll to bring it back. Going back to the base, I took a tan colour and dry brushed over the dirt, making sure to overlap onto the panels and the debris. I then realised that it probably didn't make sense for this to be so clean, as if it had crashed in from the atmosphere, it would be burnt up. So I added some scorch marks using a large soft brush and stabbing it around the edge of the panels. In hindsight, for the patterning and the stripes, I probably should have used something like a blue or a red, so it would stand out a bit more against the rust colour. For the application, making sure you're not too ordered, and rotating the brush so you get a different pattern every time, and just stabbing it where you feel like. But it's kinda good to leave the centre of the panels clean, so you get a nice contrast. much happier with the paint job now, and I call the piece done. So, a nice little bit of scatter terrain that's fairly system agnostic, could work in Star Wars, or something like Fallout. But entirely up to you if you want to go that far with the paint job, or if you want it to be a bit cleaner. It's slightly playable, but the point was for it to be a blocking piece. And interesting enough, the EVA foam is still flexible underneath all the layers of glue and paint, so maybe something there to play with. But anyway, thanks for watching guys, I hope to catch you next time, where I'll be doing some Turnip 28.